Hey guys, I don't know if y'all remember the black van. I'm having a hard time. Well, I'm not having a hard time. Yes, I am having a hard time getting all the emission monitors to run. Okay, now I want these things to say yes, so when they leave here, they can go straight to the emission place, get their retest done, and pass. However, I am having a hard time getting the ESA monitor to run. Now, a couple of things here. Let me turn this key on and show y'all something. Those monitors will not run. You see that? Ladies and gentlemen, that is under, come on, focus, baby. That is under a quarter. All right, monitors will not run if you do not have enough fuel in the car. So I have to start there. Now, I haven't started this thing. It's been an overnight soak. I don't want to start it because the ESIM will not run unless it's the engine is extremely cold. In other words, an overnight soak. So what I'm going to do, I got 5 gallons of fuel in here. Is hopefully get this thing around half a tank because I don't want any conflict. That's the deal when you're driving, looking at monitors and parameters and things like that. You're trying to get the run. Yeah, you don't want no conflict. You will have a conflict, however, if you don't have enough fuel in it. All right, fuel create that space, and sometimes that's needed to get certain monitors to run. So let me put this fuel in here. Like I say, hopefully we'll get over half a tank and we'll go from there. All right, let's get it. Alrighty, let's see where we at now for his fuel level. We at half a tank. Now that should get the monitors to run. So let me get this all prepped up because, like I say, this is an overnight soak. And I want that monitor to start running exactly when it's supposed to. Now, guys, you gotta understand something. Like I say, this is a 2018 Dodge Grand Caravan. So the ESA monitor is kind of tricky to get the run. As I mentioned earlier, it has to be an overnight soak. I'm going to get on the road and go around 30 miles an hour for about 10 minutes. I'm going to raise that speed up to around 55 miles an hour for 5 minutes. And then I'm going to coast. There's a reason for this. And I'll try to explain it, narrate it while I'm driving. No, I'm not going to film while I'm driving, but I'm going to narrate some things and try to hopefully. Now, the final test not done because there's a engine off test where it's testing the fuel cap for any leaks. Like if vapors are escaping the evap system, you're going to fail. The computer have ways of testing that. All right, but my goal here is to get, in fact, let me pull up the card readiness to show y'all what I'm talking about. Hold tight. All right, guys, here's the screen. Here's my topology here. We want to look at the OBD system. First of all, let's take a look at card readiness. Here's card readiness. This is what the emission place is interested in. Your car is equipped with a OBD, onboard diagnostics. Okay, there are some diagnostics that your computer is doing on board your vehicle. Okay, so all they do is hook up to your data link connector and see what your onboard diagnostic system doing. Now, if you see this as it stands right now, you will fail, ladies and gentlemen. Your car has to be, here in Georgia, you have to have 75% complete. Okay, because I have 5, I cannot be missing no more than 2. Is that math right? I'm assuming it's right. So I need to get 1 more to make sure. I got the CAT monitor already ran, O2 monitor ran, the EGR, this van is not equipped with the EGR, but it's the VVT system. That one is real hard to run. So I'm going for this ESIM purge monitor test status. All right, that's the evap system. That's the one I'm trying to get to show complete. All right, remember I said cold start, and I'm gonna let it idle for 2 minutes while gradually raising the RPM, and then we're gonna get on the road, go 30 miles an hour for 10 minutes, 55 miles an hour for 5 minutes, then we're going to coast down, then we're going to come back, regular 3 to 5 minute city driving, and then we're going to stop the car, park it, turn it off. It's going to run the engine off test, and hopefully we'll pass. So here's what I want y'all to look at. Something is in progress right now. ESIM engine off, small leak monitor. So I guess it's testing now, but let me start it up. This is my cold start. I need to do this for 2 minutes. Let me look at my clock. It's 11:15, so 11:17, we're gonna take off. Here's the startup. That is my cold start, ladies and gentlemen, with a half a tank of gas. It is 2 minutes since I started it, so actually 1.5 minutes. So in about 30 and 40 more seconds, we're gonna go on a test drive, and that's when we'll discuss more. Okay. Y'all stay tuned. Stay with me. Don't leave me. We trying to get the damn ESA monitor to run. That's the only thing holding this vehicle up from getting an emission. Yes, that system put in place for a reason. Okay, let me say it like that. All right, y'all hold tight. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys. Yes, my test drive is almost complete. Again, I hope you, I'm going to try to add some of that on the screen here, but there are parameters that the computer is looking for while you test drive. That is what's important, okay? You don't just get on the expressway and just go 50 miles down the road and come 50 miles back. You have to be doing some things with the accelerator, the engine, the computer, the parameter is looking for a certain load. All kinds of goodies have to happen. Now, when we get back to the shop, or when I get parked, I'm coming up on a red light right now. When I get parked, we're gonna take a look at my carb readiness and now see if this thing has passed or is it ready to pass. Guys, now I'm back in the parking lot. All right, as you can see, this is my topology. What I want to go to verify if this car is fixed. By the way, it's still running. I haven't shut it off yet. Let's go to OBD2 because I want to we want to go to car readiness and see what we get. Y'all ready? Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Ta-da! There you have it. Y'all see that? Complete, not complete. Damn EGR, VVT. I got to read up on that one and find out how do you get that one to pass directly. Guys, moral of the story is this car is ready to pass. This van is ready to pass emissions and she will be good to go. So I am complete with this job. There you have it. I showed you how to get eSIM to run. Remember, cold start is the key and at least have a tank of gas. And basically go drive it because I did nothing special on the test drive. I did try to stay within the parameters, but it's almost impossible to stay at 55 miles an hour for exactly 3 minutes. Yeah, it depends on the traffic. Just drive it. They just want you to drive it and let the computer do what it do. Guys, that's all I have. I got to go. Thanks for watching.
Alrighty, guys. That was quick. Let me show y'all something. Okay, what I have here. All right, y'all see that? Rear brakes, okay? Rear drum brakes, all right? Ooh, look at that. That is all the way gone, okay? Now, here's what I'm going to do. I wrote this up this morning, all right? They approved it, okay? Yes, I got rear brake shoes, guys. I don't know about, remember in the older days, they was called primary and secondary shoe. Okay, I'm assuming this is still the primary and this is still the secondary. And you can see more pad on this secondary shoe than you do. Ooh, the primary shoe is all the way gone. But I'm going to save this for my helper will be here tomorrow. As a CAP student, I think you go to school 2 days a week and you work in a dealership twice a week. So I'm going to say this for my helper. He need to get his hands wet on rear brakes. All about the springs. Now, a couple things I'm going to remind him of. Do one side at a time. Yes, guys, I advise everybody to do rear brakes one side at a time. You may forget something. And we're going to go over how to resurface the drums, okay? Yes, it's a different procedure. Y'all stay tuned.